Give the little one who's interested in getting involved in music the opportunity to play the piano while also having the foil to play the drums at the same time. So you learn the melody elements with piano and the rhythm elements with the drums, which is a really great way to keep attention, especially at the younger ages. That's on Mondays at 5:30. If you're interested in registering for that, feel free to give us a call at 603-881-7030 or visit our website at NashuaCMS.org. Our other intro class that we have is actually taught by myself. It's called Intro to Singing. It's to give
how come you're not the musician of the month? Sometime come in here and do us a little singing, maybe.
Oh, well, 7 a.m. I'll do my best. We should do that sometime. That would be fun.
If you were called to sing the national anthem somewhere at 7 a.m., you'd pull it off, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah. I've done that before. That's for sure. But, what I love about this opportunity is it gives the chance for the students to be featured. Mm-hmm. I've had my shot.
Wednesdays at 5:30 p.m.
Wednesdays at 5:30 p.m. is Intro to Singing. So anyone who's interested in getting a little taste of, Broadway style singing, classical singing, jazz, country, you name it, we cover all the different musical styles in that course to give your child the opportunity to see what they like to sing and how to do it.
Friday, February 10th at 5:30 at the Crown Plaza Hotels, Symphony NH Fanfare Gala.
That's right. So the Symphony New Hampshire is having a big fundraiser this year. It's an annual fundraiser. It's called Fanfare. And the Nashua Community Music School has actually been invited to provide some musician entertainment from some of our students to play during the cocktail hour reception, as well as having a featured performer during the event. It's a great dinner for a great cause, going to support the music in the hometown that you love in Nashua here. Tickets are $75, and if you're interested in joining for a 3-course meal, there's a wine pairing done by Wine Not, as well as a silent auction, dessert auction, all sorts of fun things. New England Swing is going to be playing for dancing. As I said, tickets are $75, and if you are interested, please go to symphonynewhampshire.org in order to get your tickets today.
The Nashua Community Music School, does it get some advertising in our schools, south, north, Nashua schools, to let people know that is there for those that want to do music?
A little bit. We try our best to make sure that we communicate out our programs and our new faculty announcements to all of the music teachers in the general greater Nashua area, not just in Nashua, but in Hollis and Hudson and Pelham, all the surrounding towns, things like that. But honestly, our best advertising vehicles are our students. When our students say, hey, I study with the fabulous clarinetist Karen Luddick at the Nashua Community Music School, that helps bring other people in because they see them playing well and they want to play well too.
WSMN1590.com. If you go to the website, there's a little icon right at the top that says Live Studio Cam. If you just click that without anything added onto your computers or pop-ups, you'll be able to pull up our cam and see what's happening in the studio and check out our Musician of the Month. A youngster at 17 years old. His name is Skye Jacobs, and he's a clarinet player. Good morning. How are you, my friend?
Good morning. I'm doing well.
Welcome to the early morning hour of talk radio, man.
Thanks.
Yep. Is your mom's over there?
Yeah, she is, and she's actually done some radio before. So
come on, get on here. Let's go. Give me some of the. Give me some. Get close to that microphone. Come on.
Hey, how are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
What did you do on radio?
Oh, I am a disc jockey at a college radio station right now.
Where?
At UNH.
Are you kidding?
No, and I also worked at a couple of other large stations in New Hampshire in the past.
See, if I had it my way, a lot of times I wouldn't get to see my guests because I like to listen to the voice because I'm in the voice business here. So do you have a radio voice or you're talking just like you are now?
This is sort of both.
What do you mean sort of both? Give me the radio voice. I might need you.
Okay. I could give you my radio voice or my news voice. Either
yeah, I want the news voice because Duffy's on the bubble. Go ahead.
All right.
Let me hear the news voice, please.
All right.
You want me to give you the background, too? Go ahead.
No, our lead story this morning is the home fire yesterday at 25 Ingalls Street, Nashua.
All right, we'll talk.
Good enough?
You and I will talk to my people. You talk to your people.
You got it.
Forget the kid for now. We're going to take care of the station first. We'll deal with him in a minute.
No, he got up really early this morning.
Listen, he'll get more than what you can imagine by the time we're done here.
All right.
This is true.
And what is your name, ma'am?
Jill.
Was that your only child?
No, I have a 16-year-old as well.
A musician as well?
Well, he gave up the trumpet.
Okay. And at what age did you get the kids involved in music? Anyway, are you a musician?
I played piano, and I also played clarinet in high school.
Okay.
So it was really important for us to get the kids involved. So when they were really little, we did programs like Music Together, and we had drums in the house and little tiny instruments, and we always had a piano.
Oh, yeah. You had drums in the house in a day when they didn't have electronic ones with headphones.
Exactly, and little xylophones, all that little fun stuff.
Hey, tell Duffy he better sharpen up his next newscast. Go in the other room and tell him he better practice with Ethan.
All right.
Skye is a senior at Hollis Brookline High School. Of course, he's Hollis. Before we get into what he does, if you want to give a little background, we haven't had her in, the instructor, Karen.
Correct. We haven't had her in yet. She's been super busy. She's actually a doctoral candidate at Boston University right now, and she plays all around different symphonies, chamber music ensembles, things like that. I need to nail her down at some point to get her in here.
Okay. Skye, what's happening in your world? Besides the clarinet, what else do you like to do, man?
Oh, well, I also play alto sax, so I'm actually playing that most of the time in school. I'm alto 2 in my school's auditioned honors jazz band. And so I have that as a class. Outside of that, I'm the vice president of my school's Model United Nations.
What is that?
Club. We have debate clubs, so we do Model UN, we do
political?
Youth and Gov stuff. Yeah,
Oh,
politics.
you can come on the show anytime you want. How do you like this? So that's good that you're involved at your age. How'd you like this last inauguration and stuff?
It was very interesting to participate in the electoral process. I volunteered on voting day, and so I helped do that a little bit. And I also, I'm 18 now, so I cast my first vote this year.
Hey, congrats.
Thanks.
Yeah, congratulations.
Welcome.
And, yeah, I think all eyes are on the president now.
I think so. Do you get a chance to teach others in school about what you've learned about how the electoral thing works and stuff? I mean, because, when I was a kid in high school, I really didn't care.
Well, in this club, we do more debate stuff, so a lot of it's policy, and so I help to mentor the younger students. We do drafting bills.
Oh,
so
we're going to have to get you on again to talk about how that works.
I'm one of the major editors for that. And back to music, though, I actually also have given private lessons to freshmen on the clarinet. So I've helped them out.
Look at this guy. Well,
This guy's a big deal.
evidently. And he's a tall kid.
He is a
Do
tall
you like
kid.
sports?
I play soccer.
You do play soccer. All right. And when you're listening to music, what do you enjoy?
I've been into alt rock in the past. My favorite bands are Brand New and Taking Back Sunday.
Yeah, I haven't heard of him yet.
Yeah.
That's forgive me. All right, get your clarinet, which is beautiful, and it is on the cam, folks, right here. You can watch this youngster do this.
So
You've been playing for 8 years, so you must be very proficient on this thing by now.
I'd hope so.
All right. So
yes, he's quite talented, so I'm going to
this
get
poor
him
kid,
set up.
he's going to have to look at that far away. You want to move that closer to him?
Oh, no.
I mean, he's like,
Sorry.
Thanks.
he's got to use Duffy's Magoo glasses to see what's going on. So what are we going to play this morning?
He's getting set up. He's going to play an etude, which we talked about, I think, the last time we were here. An etude is essentially a practice piece that has a melody in it. It's a Rose etude number 3 we're starting with, I believe, today. And a lot of these, Skye actually ended up recording for scholarship opportunities for this college applications. So we're going to hear snippets of things that I know he's practiced for a good long time
Okay, sure.
on.
We look
so
forward to
that's
it.
exciting.
And it's live on the radio. So whenever you're ready to, did you do any of your 4,000 scales you're supposed to do before you play that thing?
I can play one if you'd like.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's give the people in the cars a scale. What scale are we going to do here?
Let's do a concert B flat major.
Okay,
Sorry.
there you go. B flat major, folks. Yeah, why is it that B flat sounds halfway decent on a clarinet, but you play it on a guitar, it's a very depressing sound?
Well, it's the B flat instrument. It's clarinet's made for that, so that's part of it.
Very interesting.
By playing a scale that nicely on the radio, I'm sure you've made music teachers everywhere very happy. By the way.
Yeah, for those that are listening.
Yep.
All right, so what are we going to play this morning?
Skye. I have 3 etudes prepared. They're from a book by Cyril Rose. They're just clarinet standards.
Okay, give it a whirl. Live on the air, WSMN59.com. You can watch it on the cam as well. All right, man. That's fantastic. Let's give him a round of applause. My goodness gracious. He's proficient in that instrument, no?
Oh, absolutely.
Smooth as silk.
That's right, smooth as silk. And I think the New Hampshire Music Educator, the New Hampshire Music Educator Association agrees in that he just auditioned for a New Hampshire All-State Music Festival, which is something we talked about a few months ago with another student. And Skye was fortunate enough to actually be placed as the #1 clarinetist in the state. He's going to be playing in the New Hampshire State All-State Orchestra in, I believe it's in April 1st, yeah? April, yeah. It's
Where?
It's
in Concord.
Yeah, it's
Concord
at
City
Concord.
Auditorium.
This young man that was just on the
Quite an
clarinet, Skye Jacob, 17 years old. He's been playing for 8 years, as you can tell. He's smooth as silk. He's a senior at Hollis Brookline High School, and he's been at the Nashua Community Music School for 3.5 years. And Lindsay Rinaldi is executive director. Just want to www.nashuacms.org if you want more information on how you can attend as well at the Nashua Community Music School. Are there any other instruments that you desire to play besides the two that you do play? I mean, like the traditional type that we're used to, a guitar or something like that.
Well, I tried my hand at guitar a couple years ago, but I didn't like the callus building process, so I gave up after like 2 weeks.
No calluses on the clarinet?
No, I'm not a big fan of that.
A lot of breathing, different technique, though, with the breathing. I mean, I notice, You must be able to swim underwater for a long time. Do you?
Yeah. I haven't swam since summer, but one of the big things that I think about when I'm playing is that I actually prefer to sit in a chair, whereas a lot of clarinets stand up, just because I feel like I can get more air out and I can deal with lightheadedness more.
Oh.
And so, yeah.
Oh. Now, scholarships you were talking about earlier. Are you planning on going to school, college?
Yeah, I applied to 18 schools. And so
18.
I submitted...
18 schools.
Why not 20? I mean, you could have done 20, kid.
I don't know. I cut a few from my list. But anyway, I did some recordings here with Lindsay. She had a great recording device, and so I used these tapes to actually apply to the music departments at a lot of the schools that I had. And so I figured that would help me get into school. It helped showcase my extracurricular abilities and my willingness to participate in the college's music programs once I graduate high school. Sure.
Then when you play him a little ditty on the clarinet, you can stand up and talk politics quickly and throw that on your demo tape to get a scholarship, so they can take you either way if you want, right?
That's right. Why don't you tell George what's your major, or your intended major, I should say?
Political science.
Right?
Yep.
I knew it. You're learning there is a lot of science, believe me, to this thing. Yeah, but that may get you through it. Right? Playing the clarinet?
Yeah, that was the hope.
So when you send out the demo tapes, do you have any background music with you as well, or is it all a cappella like you just played?
I did etudes from the same book, actually, and I was looking actually for a recording of my school's band concerts, because there's a piece where I'm heavily featured as a soloist, but this year they weren't posted online, so I couldn't find that.
I wouldn't know what would... I guess when you have the instrument solo like that, you can actually even focus on it. But, I mean, if you put the background music, it's fun to play the background music, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice, but, again, the music departments are looking for your abilities and for you to showcase your talents.
Why don't you take over the show? Come on, you sit over here. Let him do it. This guy...
He's great,
his mom
right?
must have taught him this stuff, huh? Boy, I'll tell you, at the home, must be nice to hear that in the background, right? That clarinet going.
Actually, dinner is pretty monosyllabic sometimes.
Yeah, monosyllabic.
Yes.
Duffy's done. He's not coming back on the microphone. I'm telling you right now.
Well, Skye's been really doing a great job at the Nashua Community Music School, not only just as a student and practicing and participating in student recitals and things like that, but he's also been an avid volunteer. Often I will have special projects for him to come in and do, and he will just come in and do them. And he did so many volunteer hours, we were able to get him nominated, and he recently got into the National Honor Society at Hollis Brookline High School.
Of the 18 colleges you sent out stuff for, anybody get back to you yet?
Yeah, I applied early decision to Amherst College, and I got deferred, but that's all right, because I still have a shot at regular, and then I got into UNH with a couple honors.
Okay.
That's great. And then you have 16 others to wait on, right?
Yeah.
So
What's the biggest school you applied to?
Largest. In terms of size, Cornell.
Well, people, notoriety and so forth. And so forth.
Well, Yale, Brown, Cornell, Dartmouth.
Okay. One of them's going to grab you, kid. All right, well, we're going to end the segment of the Musician of the Month, but we want him to play whatever it is that you choose, and let the audience know.
do you want to do one more?
Yeah.
Okay. So choose one? Which
I'll
one?
do 17.
And so, for those of you that can't watch the camera or listening, he's reading this music as if you read the newspaper. All right, that's what they do. They can read music like that.
Yes,
so I'm
that's-
watching his eyes follow this along as he's playing, and I still find it amazing because I can't. And
Well, it's never too late, George. You know, 20% of our
can't teach
students
an old
are
dog new
adults.
tricks either, Lindsay. Hey, do they have tablature for the clarinet?
Tablets.
No, you know what tablature is that the guitar players have got
Tablature.
introduced to in the last 15 or 20 years, where they've assigned a number to the fret and the finger? Are you familiar with that?
It's like a chord structure.
It's at the
No,
bottom
not
of the regular sheet music now. It's called tablature. It's made it a lot easier for kids to read, and like it'll say 3, 3, 1. So that'd be the first string, third fret. So it's all fingering number. Do they do that with clarinet at all?
Not that I've seen. I think it's important for a lot of classical musicians to be able to read sheet music, and so that's why. I mean,
Of course he is. Yeah, he's gonna go
That
play.
makes me so happy.
He's playing with the Boston Pops next week. You can go see him in June and be on stage with the Boston Pops. All right, what are we playing?
Rose Etude number 17.
Okay, you'll take us out to the break. One more time, www.nashuacms.org. This is Skye Jacobs. He's 17 years old. He is the musician of the month. Fantastic. Lindsay, thank you so much. We look forward to February.
Awesome. Thank you for
That's
having
a short
us.
month, so you'll have to get right on that because the next Inside the Box will be the 24th.
Yeah, I'm going to try to see if we can do it the week before. That's school break. These kids, they have too many school vacations.
I forgot about that.
So we'll try to see if we can do it the week before. I'm sure we'll work something out.
Skye, thanks for getting up early and coming on in here and showing us your talent. And we wish you the best in the future.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was my pleasure.
You betcha. All right, we'll take a quick break. We're going to come right back with the public health segment on our program.